Rutherford, New Jersey. This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. From way up at the 23. Oh, good return up past the 30. Now a hit and a loose football. And who's got it? The Giants. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. Strong running at the 30. And past the 30 down to about the 27. A good comeback there after the penalty. 9 yards, and it's 2nd and 6. Now Jones. That's complete to Slayton. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
So they give up the completion there. But defensively, Charles, you're going up against a quarterback here who's had some moments, but really a lot of ups and downs in the early part of his career. What's the plan against a guy like this?
Well, you want to rattle him first and foremost. Bring some people at him, a couple extra guys in the pocket, see if he can handle it. The second thing, you want to make him think. Show him one look, go to another, disguise a few things, make him throw into what you call your defensive traps, and try and make some good plays on the ball and get a few takeaways.
Game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. And it'll be intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Stafford going to give this to Akers. Escaping a tackler at the 25. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Into the secondary, past the 40. He's at the 40. And finally marked down at the 23.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Well, this defense for the Giants, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 14.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. It's a jet sweep, the football to Woods.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Back to throw, Stafford.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them.
And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Cam Akers, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead.
Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about... Hey,
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Another try after the first down sack. Jones. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. And it's 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
41 Mike. Here we go.
Throwing, Jones. Going for the deep ball. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight, and that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Now it's Stafford. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson.
And this is incomplete. It looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
On 3rd down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Throw left side complete. That's Hopkins. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away.
Kadarius Toney deep for the Giants.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. 31 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago. Add in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. And his throw is going to be incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Jones on 3rd down. And now another one thrown incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And out will come the offense as they take over. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. To throw is Stafford. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. Touchdown! Cooper Kupp, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Returning it, John Ross. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jones. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The Giants on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Jones. Going right side, he finds Slayton. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Jones now on 1st down. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And this is Shepard on the catch. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Got some real estate inside the 30. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He dumps it off to Barkley. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. All that for a 2-yard gain, second down. They'll go option to the short side. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find a good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
51 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Stafford now to throw.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. That's second down.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
2nd and 10.
Stafford.
He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. Here's Stafford. Airing it out deep for Woods. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
Catch made by Slayton. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. It's hauled in by Shepard. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off play action. Jones.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 47. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
After the interception, here's Stafford.
He'll dump this off to Akers.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Gay's kick is good. And that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away.
Now Ross to return. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And now here's Ross. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
93 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Giants come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2.
Jones throwing for it.
And this is going to be caught, so they do get it. And the 2 points, now they're back down to a 1-score deficit. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They'll go again here with Akers. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throwing is Stafford. This one to the left to Higbee. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Stafford to Higbee there. Rams first down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Going up top for Kupp. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
106 yards on the ground for him so far.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, Jones.
And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now, remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. On 1st and 10. Jones hit and the ball's out. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Cam Akers, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. Now Ross to return. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Third quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. He finds his man complete. That's Shepard. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Jones and Shepard with a connection there for a Giants first down. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Jones. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now, remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute again.
Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. He's picked off just shy of midfield, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. On 1st down at Stafford. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked by Jared Wilson. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep...
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Leonard Floyd, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Leonard Floyd was the number 9 overall pick in 2015 by the Chicago Bears out of the University of Georgia. Spent 4 seasons with Chicago, but had his best year yet with the Los Angeles Rams in 2020. A career high, 10.5 sacks.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Giants on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. They're looking at third and a few inches. And Ingram holds it in. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Give him 2 on the play there. And the Giants are going to get a first down.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
And no one happier to see that than the Giants fans themselves. Saquon Barkley was used a lot his rookie year, 91 catches, which was a record for NFL rookies. That fell off to 52 in 2019. And then, of course, the injury in week 2 at Chicago last year prevented him from reaching those heights.
He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. Flash those fast feet, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line as he can't get any closer to the end zone.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on third down conversions. They need a yard here. They'll go to Barkley again. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And that will force a turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, were they about 95% chance of winning?
Oh, yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
Yeah, knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, Stafford.
He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield.
And he'll go out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line.
82 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Going right back to Akers.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. The Rams on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now Stafford. Open man, Higbee, the tight end.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
On the handoff, running left is Akers.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. They'll keep it on the ground. Akers, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. The tackle is made by Adoree Jackson.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Eight yards to go on 2nd down. They'll try the jet sweep. Stafford pops it forward.
And some room to work. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Well, for a play that didn't look like much at the snap, that jet sweep turned into a big play in a hurry.
And how about how they ran the play? Because they obviously caught the defense out of position and not expecting that one, and that turned into a nice chunk of yardage. But how about the execution on the handoff? Most of the times we see on the jet sweep, they punch it forward so that if it falls to the ground, it's just an incomplete pass. Here, you've got to execute it well. Otherwise, it's a fumble.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
On the give, this is Akers.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Dexter Lawrence that time in on the stop.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again.
And he'll be taken down at the 34.
Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced into a 3rd and 15 coming up.